Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Nisha Singla and in today's session we are going to discuss about can deactivate route guard. In my previous video we have already learned about can activate and can activate child route guard. If you didn't cover my previous video, you can take a look. So now let's understand what exactly can deactivate route guard in Angular. Can deactivate guard is used whenever we navigate away from the route before the current components get deactivated. The best use case of can deactivate guard is the data entry component. The user may have filled the data entry and try to leave that component without saving his work. So the can deactivate guard give us a chance to warn the user that he has not saved his work and give him a chance to cancel the navigation. So in this scenario, can deactivate guard is very useful. So now let's see how we can implement it in our project. So for today's demo, what I have done, I have added one button on my user's route and I have added one route on this button. So when I click on this, it will navigate me to another route add user. So this we have already learned how we can add routing. So you can add it at your end as well. Now switch to your editor. I'm using Visual Studio Code and we can see that I have added one route add user and the component name is add user component. And we have this add user component. So I didn't add anything here. So in the HTML file, I have just added one input tag and one button. And these two are the bootstrap classes, form group and the form control. So the UI you can see here. Now what exactly we want to do now? Now we want to implement can deactivate guard. So whenever user will type something here and try to navigate to other route, we want to warn the user that you have some unsaved changes. Are you sure you want to navigate? So this we can do with the help of can deactivate guard. So let's see how we can do that in Angular. But before creating guard, I want to add form few. But before starting with guard, I want to add one form class so that we can know the status of the input field. We will not discuss about the forms in detail, but we will work with few of the classes. So first you need to move to app module.ts. Like we can see here, we have routing module, HTTP module. In the same way in Angular, if you want to work with forms, we have a module. So now we need to import the same. And for forms, we have one package, Angular Forms. So here we have one module that is called reactive forms module. So this module we need to inject in the imports. Now move to your component, add user component. And in this component, I will import one class from Angular form. It will give me a class form control. So when you use this form control class on your element, you can know the status of the form element, whether the value has been changed or not. So for now, I will simply use one property of type form control so that I can bind that property on this input field. So whenever user will do any changes in the input field, we can get the status with the help of that variable. So here I am creating one variable with the name of username, which will be of type form control. And now we can bind this username in this template file with the help of property binding form control. So this is all you have to take care about the form. Now let's talk about can deactivate guard. So to implement can deactivate guard, first we have to create that guard. So I will use ngGenerate command to create that. So ngGenerate guard, and in my previous video I have already created one guards folder. There we had one guard. Now we can create one more guard and I'm giving it a name of unsaved changes. And I will use one flag here, implements, that I want to use can deactivate guard. So you need to mention here what type of guard you want to create, so name of that guard. So now we can see we have one more guard with the name of unsaved changes guard, and this is can deactivate. So now the next step is we have to register this guard in the module.ts as a service. So move to your app.module.ts, and like we have registered our other guards, similarly we have to register unsafe changes guard as well. Now the next step is we need to implement this guard on our route. So move to app.routing.module.ts. So now we want to apply our unsafe changes guard on this add user component. So we have to add here the guard name, that is can deactivate, and it takes array and the name of the guard. So whenever user try to go away from this route, this guard will always execute. So the last step is we need to write our logic in this guard so that we can warn the user for any unsafe changes. So now move to this guard file, and here we can see that the guard name is this, and it is implemented can deactivate interface. So here we have to mention its type here. So this type here, I will say it would be of type component, because now we want to handle the form control. So we have to access this component over there. So we will say add user component will be the type here. And you just need to import this component. The next step is that this class is implementing an interface, so there must be a method which we need to override, and this is can deactivate. So let's use this method can deactivate, and this method will return true and false. So if it will return true, it means the navigation will be allowed, otherwise it would not be. So here we'll create one property component of type add user component, because we need to access the status of the form here so that we can decide if the value is changed, we want to warn the user, otherwise navigation will be allowed. So now we can say if component dot, and here we can see username, and this is the property which we have created in the add user component, and the type of this property was form control. So when you use this property, you will get a list of property associated with the form control class. And for now, we just want to know the status of the input field, whether the value has been changed or not. So for that, we use a property dirty, which returns true if the value is changed and return false if it is unchanged. Now if it return true, then we have to warn a user or give him any kind of message that you have some unsafe changes, otherwise simply allow the navigation. So here you can decide how you want to handle this, but for now I want to display a simple confirmation box to the user that you have some unsafe changes. Are you sure you want to navigate? So if user say okay, it means the navigation will allow, otherwise not. Now save the changes and test it once. So we are on the user's route, and here I am clicking on add user, and we are on this screen. So for now, if I will not touch this text box and I try to navigate to some other route, I would be able to do, because the guard is returning true. So if I made some changes, the form control dirty property will return true, and it should give me a confirmation that you have some unsafe changes. So you have some unsafe changes. Are you sure you want to navigate? If user says okay, then the guard will return true, and I will be allowed to move to the next path. And if I again try this one and try to navigate, and this time if I say cancel, so in this case the guard will return false and my navigation will get cancelled. So now you can see it is very useful in the projects where we are working with the forms, because sometimes accidentally user navigate from one path to another without saving the data. So it's always a good practice to ask the or to tell the user that you have some unsafe changes. Now if I talk about this unsafe changes guard, that we have specifically mentioned a component add user component. So it means this guard is not reusable. We cannot use this guard in some other component where we have similar kind of situation. We want to handle the unsafe changes. So ideally, I will not prefer this approach. I just told you this one just to let you know how can deactivate guard work, but in real projects, we will not do this way. Ideally, this guard should design in such a way that it should be reusable. So now let's refactor this code a bit so that this guard can be used in all the other components wherever we have similar situation. So ideally, what we can say now that the logic that we have written here, this should not be in this file. Ideally, this logic should be written in the specific component. So for this, what we can do, we can create one interface here. And I'm giving a name, maybe can component leave. And this interface will have one method can leave. Which will just return boolean. You will decide what type of data you are expecting to return from here. It could be a boolean, promise, observable, or URL tree, right? But for now, we are just returning a simple boolean. So now what we can do, we can get rid from this specific component name from here, and we will put our interface name here instead. And now this component will also be of type can component leave. And in this case, we can get rid from this specific code. And now we can check this method here. So we can say if component dot can leave is there, then we are simply checking return component dot can leave. So here ideally this method will return true and false depending the logic we are going to write in the component file. Otherwise simply will return true. So now we can see here we are not putting anything specifically to any component. It is generic code. We can reuse it anywhere. So the last step is we have to use this method in our respective component, and from there we will return true and false depending on the logic, and according to that this guard will run. So move to your add user component.ts, and there we will use this interface. And here we can say this class will implement this interface. We can import this interface, and now you will get one method can leave. So let's use this method. We can get rid from this constructor for now, and let's use can leave method which is coming from this interface. And this method will return boolean. So the logic which we have written in the guard regarding form, that logic will go into the component itself. So here we can say if this dot username dot dirty, in that case I will return same window dot confirm. You have some unsaved changes. Save it before leaving. And otherwise return true. So now the logic is inside the component. So every component will have its own logic or condition. All you have to do just consume this can leave method. And this method we have binded with our guard as well. So let's test it again. We should get the same behavior. Let's test it. So now I'm on this add user page. If I didn't make any change and try to navigate, I should be able to do so as expected. And if I did some change and try to navigate, it should prompt me a message that you have some unsaved changes, save it before leaving. If I say cancel, the navigation will be cancelled. And if I say OK, the navigation will be allowed. So I prefer this approach to write the code because in this case, our guard is reusable. In future, if you realize you have any other form component, there also you need to deal with the unsaved changes. All you have to do, just apply this guard and make a call to this can leave method. So this is all for today. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel. And if you have any concern, any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section below. And if you have any specific topic which you want me to cover, let me know in the comment section. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.